We're thrilled to have you with us from Denton, Texas, Apogee Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. And the Blazers ready to kick it away first. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the North Texas Mean Green offense takes the field, and they'll try to put together the first drive of the game. Jackson will throw. Here is the out. Snags it, and there's running room. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Straight ahead, it's White. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. All right, guys, let's chat a little bit about North Texas. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that in the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team, is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Making the adjustment. Back to pass on 2nd down. Going for it all. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. Inside the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Blazers. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off.
North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Jackson gonna throw it. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Fresh set of downs going up top.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Snaps it in the shotgun. Out wide right, it's White. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires immediately. Oh, he's got some space. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
How nice is it as a quarterback that you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
North Texas in the hurry up. Jackson will throw. Rush right in his face. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, North Texas. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. So a drive there of 84 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Blazers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Now we take a look at Ryder Burton. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. They give it back to him. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. The Blazers will have it 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Caught. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Blazers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Burrowing for yardage. Open space at the 25. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, UAB. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The quick game. At the 35, he's got room. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Jackson gonna throw it. Rushes on. Snags it over the middle. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, gonna throw it. They're all over him. And he avoids the sack.
It's not just about sacks and getting the quarterback on the ground. When you can hurry him up, speed up that thought process, get near his legs, all those things lead to incompletions and sometimes mistakes.
It's complete to the right. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg. 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UAB comes out, the offense looking for a productive drive. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. Third down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick six.
Trying to get started. He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
North Texas in the hurry up. Jackson will throw. Caught. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Mean Green. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep and going to take a shot. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Tells the run, wants to pass. Completes the shuffle pass. Down he goes. All right, guys, let's look at the situation for UAB. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just...
Caught, and he's got room. Hits him with a stiff arm. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Touchdown, UAB! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. As productive as these 2 offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's White. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Jackson gonna throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. He'll throw it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. Looks it in. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Blazers offense looks primed and ready to get things rolling here. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first. Finds his big tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Tight end getting vertical. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll run him again. They knock him down right there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Plowing ahead on 4th down. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back. Making the adjustment on the play. Jackson will throw. He's got it. Breaks into the open. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Got his man. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. North Texas comes to the line needing just a few inches to convert on 3rd down. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still do. They
makes the catch, and he's free. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Long way to go on 2nd down. To the air, it's Burton. Left side, it's Mims. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Selling the fake. Here comes the heat. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's taking the shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. North Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Coach Alex Mortensen told me at halftime, hey, their defense is doing their job. They have continued to force these turnovers. Not a lot of people thought they would be so disruptive and so dynamic coming into this game, but here they are on the road creating havoc. We'll see if that continues here to start the third quarter. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Makes his man miss. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll move the wide receiver. The fake wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Got him, and nobody's close. He's running free down the middle. All the way. Touchdown, Blazers.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He now has 74 yards rushing in this game, and he's almost certain to reach the 1,500-yard mark for the season. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Jackson going to throw it. Right side, it's White. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Alexander. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, it's White. And he's in! Touchdown, North Texas! Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. From the gun. Moves to his right. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll ride him again.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a 4th down? They booted away on 4th down. Trying to make one miss. Slips through the line. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display, and that sweet return there. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. The run inside. It's White across the 35. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. North Texas getting it done with the explosive run. Now back to work. Uh-oh, look out. He's got enough. Touchdown, Mean Green. They take the lead here in the second half.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
Trying to establish the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw, it's Burton. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, wants to pass. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Turning it on. Touchdown, North Texas. The defense takes matters into its own hands. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Final game of the regular season, just waiting on this clock to run out. Let's check out the top 12 scoreboard right now. All of these teams fighting for playoff spots, and this is what you want to do when you're in the hunt. Finish a game like these guys have done. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UAB comes out, the offense looking for a productive drive. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. 2nd and long here. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Back's got it on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Looking for a big play. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This offense has it with really good field position. He's changing the play. Jackson will throw. Out wide left, it's Milner. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick give. It's White. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mean Green. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. This time they'll throw it. Firing toward the end zone. A strike downfield. Touchdown, North Texas. And the pummeling has started. That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. And he made the extra point without problem. He'll bring it out. It's Simpkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. And now on second down for this offense. Moving the pocket, it's Burton. Look out! Just gets rid of it before the heat.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Runs through the tackle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Open on the right side, that's Smith. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll go back to the ground. Stop right there.
You got to love that if you're the head coach. Watching your defense and watching the big fella, D-tackle, play with that kind of relentless pursuit to the football. One of the reasons it's hard to run against them is they've got everybody playing with effort. Did you see him fly to the football and make that play on the outside? That was awesome.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He's going to take a shot. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. The handoff, keep working on that clock. At the 45, on his way. Hits the accelerator to the right. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Makes the quick grab. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Back to pass, it's Burton. Throws for the tight end. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds and incomplete. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. To the back. Sees a crease. There he goes. Inside the 30. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Blazers have pushed it inside the 20. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Working the ground game. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to